Welcome back to Parenting Pulse. So let's talk about rewards. You know that moment when your kid finally puts their shoes on without a meltdown and you're like, gold star, let's go. But is that actually helping? There's this lingering fear that if we use them too much, we'll somehow sabotage our kids' long-term motivation. But that fear?
Yeah, my kid grabs for candy the second she sees it. Why are kids so wired for instant rewards? Are there studies backing this?
Totally. Kids' brains are pre-wired to chase quick rewards because their reward system, the ventral striatum, lights up like crazy for instant gratification, while the prefrontal cortex, or PFC, which controls impulses, is still developing. Casey's 2011 study in PNAS, National Academy of Science, shows kids have stronger striatal responses to rewards like candy than adults, with a weaker PFC to pump the brakes. It's why your daughter dives for the candy bowl. While candy is okay for occasional rewards, I'd leave candy out of the regular reward system entirely though, because while it might work short-term, it can create bigger issues down the line. I'd stick to rewards that build habits, not sugar cravings.
Good point. And interesting recent findings. UCLA and UCSF studies show that during adolescence, there's greater activation in learning systems and stronger connectivity between brain regions, especially when rewards are involved. Their brains are wired to respond to positive reinforcement. That's a training ground for resilience.
Right? If a sticker chart helps a child internalize kindness or follow through on a tough task, that's not bribery, it's brain building. For kids older than 3, once they're able to count, a point-based reward system can work really well. And let's be real, rewards are part of life. Adults get paychecks, bonuses, tips, compliments, coffee breaks. Kids deserve their version too.
And it's not about spoiling. It's about reinforcing progress. The teenage brain in particular is wired for risk and novelty. That sensitivity? It's actually an evolutionary advantage. It helps them learn faster, remember more, and adapt better.
So when we say rewards help, we're not just talking behavior charts. We're talking positive reinforcement that aligns with brain development. It's short-term encouragement for long-term independence.
And no, it doesn't kill creativity or independence. If anything, it gives kids the confidence to make choices, take risks, and build their own internal compass over time.
So let's stop worrying about myths. If a reward helps a growing mind solidify good behavior, it's worth every cent. Because that's how we raise strong, self-driven humans.
Right? It feels intuitive to reward effort, but research says it's not that simple. Alfie Kohn's work on motivation shows that external rewards can sometimes undermine intrinsic motivation, especially if the task is already enjoyable. Like if your child loves drawing and you start giving them stickers for every sketch, suddenly it's about the sticker, not the joy of creating. But here's the nuance. For tasks that are hard to initiate, like homework or brushing teeth, short-term rewards can help build consistency. The American Academy of Pediatrics even notes that positive reinforcement is one of the most effective behavior tools when used strategically.
So, it's biological? And it's not rewards are bad. It's rewards need context. A. If a child struggles with transitions, a point system might help them start the task. But once it's routine, time to fade the reward. And let's not forget the power of social rewards like praise, high fives, or shared celebration. Daniel Pink's research on motivation highlights that autonomy, mastery, and purpose drive long-term engagement. Their brains are built to want rewards now.
Yep, back in 1989, the famous marshmallow test showed that preschoolers often chose one treat right away instead of waiting for two later. Why? Their brains, especially the part that helps with self-control, the prefrontal cortex, just aren't ready yet. That part doesn't fully mature until the mid-20s, according to a review by Casey in 2008. And Galvin's 2006 study found that kids' reward systems are extra active, which explains that "I want it now" feeling. Add stress to the mix, like McEwen's 2007 research showed, and it can slow down brain development even more, making waiting even harder.
So, kids are wired for quick rewards, but routines and flexibility can help their PFC catch up?
Studies show it's normal for kids to chase instant gratification, but rituals or jazz parenting riff can teach them to wait, building resilience one step at a time.
Love that. So, I get it. Sometimes parenting, though, can feel like a reward free-for-all situation, but science shows kids thrive on structure. So why do they crave rewards in the first place?
It's dopamine. Kids' brains light up for instant gratification. Responsive parenting. Warm, consistent care helps balance it. Rothenberg's 2024 Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry study across 12 cultures shows authoritative parenting. Warm rules cuts teen risk-taking by 22%. Channeling impulses into self-control, structured without being strict.
How's that look around the world?
Across cultures, warm responses and effort-based rewards help kids grow. In Italy, shared rituals, like family meals, often include gentle check-ins, like parents asking, "What choice felt good today?" This kind of warm conversation creates a verbal safety net. In other regions, emotionally rich and relational approaches are also common. In Jordan, for example, storytelling is used to praise ethical choices. Pack parenting across cultures data shows this practice reduces aggression.
Interesting. Any other notable styles?
You've got a powerful example in bayanihan teamwork games in Philippines. Rewarding kids with songs and feasts to build cooperation. A 2025 article from Teach Beyond explores collective efficacy in Filipino schools using bayanihan principles. It found that when children engage in group-based activities with shared goals and mutual support, they develop stronger empathy, better conflict resolution skills, and more pro-social behavior. So it's not just about reducing selfishness. It's about building social-emotional muscles through culturally rooted, joyful collaboration. The songs and feasts aren't just rewards, they're rituals of belonging.
So, those after-school clubs, recess games, and teacher-led group activities. They're fun, they're structured, and they're way more than playtime. Right?
Totally. Research from the American Academy of Pediatrics shows that structured group play supports emotional regulation, social skills, and executive function. It's like a developmental triple win.
And when it's supervised by a trusted adult, like a teacher or coach, it adds safety and consistency. Kids learn how to take turns, solve problems, and even lead in a positive environment. When activities are structured and supervised, they tap into what psychologists call intrinsic motivation. Kids start showing up not for the prize, but for the feeling of belonging, mastery, and joy. And when kids get to choose roles or contribute ideas, it builds autonomy. That's a key ingredient in self-driven behavior, according to self-determination theory.
Plus, group play offers immediate feedback, like laughter, teamwork, or a high five from a peer. That kind of social reward reinforces the habit way better than a sticker chart. And let's not forget the emotional payoff. When kids feel safe, seen, and successful in a group, they're more likely to repeat the behavior. It becomes its own reward.
Right. So instead of do this and get a prize, it's I want to do this because it feels good and I'm good at it.
That's the magic of well-run group activities. They don't just entertain, they educate the heart. And that's where real habits begin.
In Bengaluru, India, family meals include reflection like what worked hard for you. Ravel's study shows this reduces impulsivity up to 25%. In the US, a Juicemat study found chore charts with playtime rewards increased children's persistence by 22%, reinforcing behavior.
In Colombia, Familismo Council's reward effort with affirmation data shows a 24% drop in risk-seeking. And in Europe, like in Germany, nature walks and reflective chats cut impulsivity by 20%. It's all about warmth and connection.
Okay, let's talk about this idea that giving kids rewards somehow ruins their motivation. You've heard it, right? Don't give them stickers. They'll never want to do it on their own.
Oh, totally. But here's the thing, that fear? It's not the full story. Yes, if you only use rewards to control behavior, it can backfire. But when used intentionally, especially with younger kids, they can actually build the foundation for intrinsic motivation.
Exactly. Think about it. When a child does something over and over and they feel successful, their brain starts to get good at it and like it. That's not manipulation. That's neural reinforcement. The more they practice, the more natural it becomes.
So, if a reward helps solidify a good habit, like brushing teeth, sharing, or extra effort for homework, it's not a shortcut. It's a stepping stone. And when their brain matures, they'll be able to run on their own.
Right. Rewards aren't forever. They're for right now. They help kids feel capable, seen, and successful. That's how you build confidence and autonomy, not by withholding support.
So let's stop worrying that we're ruining our kids by celebrating their effort. If a reward helps them grow into someone who wants to do the right thing later, that's worth every sticker, every high five, every cent.
Because motivation isn't born, it's built. And we're here to build it. One moment at a time.
I get it. The goal isn't to bribe, it's to build. Balanced, effort-based rewards help reinforce neural pathways that shape long-term habits. When kids feel successful, their brains light up, and that's how motivation grows from the inside out.
Aha! It's time to embrace our kids' reward-seeking brains and use routine to guide them. And that is a wrap for our Parenting Pulse Check today. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, keep those PFC circuits growing.